Hey, everybody, you are watching and listening to the We Are Rising podcast. This is Andrew, and we're going to be talking about who might be a potential opponent for Mikuru Asakura at the RIZIN Otoko Matsuri, no longer the match 2 now. It was announced last week that Ren Hiramoto is injured. He's got a shoulder injury. He will not be able to make it in time, recover in time for the match, well, I guess, Otoko Matsuri show. So Mikuru is without an opponent. He has confirmed he is still fighting. So I'm going to go through all the potential people that they might choose to have him faced at the show on May 4th, May 3rd for us in the United States. The one that there's a few names that have been thrown around more often than others, so we'll start with kind of the more popular names. Let's start off with Yaman, as you can see here. Yaman, they already fought in open finger bare knuckle. No, sorry, not bare knuckle, open finger glove kickboxing, and Yaman defeated him easily, despite the size difference. And Yaman on Twitter did say, "You fought in my home, I'll fight it in yours." So it'll presumably be an MMA fight. I would not recommend a rematch in a kickboxing fight with Yaman, but the issue is that Yaman's already fighting at the end of this month in a kickboxing match against Miguel Trinidad, who was the finalist in the RIZIN featherweight kick tournament that they had last year. He was a finalist. He lost to Petch in extension. I'm not. It's the thing with the Mikuru match is that you also want him to get a win. I don't think they want him to get a loss preceding the Ren Hiramoto fight, which I don't. They haven't said what they're going when they're going to try to run that fight back. Yaman has, even though he's still new to MMA, he's looked good in MMA. In MMA, he looked pretty good against Karshiga Dotbeck, and he has finished all of his opponents in MMA, as you can see here. He's finished, well, he's only got one win. He knocked out Hiroaki Suzuki, and then lost to Ren and Dotbeck, as I said. But he still has a puncher's chance in MMA. So, and I don't think Mikuru's chin can hold up against that. But again, he has a match at the end of this month. And Trinidad he's a pretty darn good, hard hitting guy. I think he's the one who got the body shot on Chad Collins, and Chad Collins said that it felt like his soul rushed out of his body. So I don't know if it's the likelihood of that happening is very small unless he knocks out Miguel in about 10 seconds, which I don't see happening. The other name that's come up is Chihiro Suzuki. So Chihiro Suzuki just lost the title rematch against Kleber, one of the few to take Kleber to a decision. Now he's facing Karshiga Dotbeck at RIZIN 50, also at the end of this month. That's a tough fight. Again, the likelihood that I can't see him finishing Dotbeck in less than 10 seconds in the first round. It's improbable, and going unless I just don't see it likely happening. I know that Chihiro would likely say yes on a month's notice to take on Mikuru, but it's just I just can't see it happening. Again, also he also has a chance to knock out Mikuru. You want Mikuru to get a win, and I don't think he'll be able to take Chihiro's onslaught of striking. I likely don't see this happening. Another name that was mentioned in the Twitter circles was Vugar Karamov. Now, Vugar just had his first fight at lightweight in RIZIN against Satoshi. It was for the lightweight title, and Satoshi defeated him. They've already fought, by the way, Karamov and Mikuru. Karamov's the one who beat Mikuru to get the featherweight title, and basically choked out Mikuru with one arm on that Super RIZIN show. Um, Again, if they want Mikuru to get a win, this is not the guy you want to put him up against. You want to put him up against somebody who Mikuru can actually have a win against that can heat him up for the Ren fight. And Karamov, listen, he would just plow through Mikuru. I think it'd be even quicker this time, to tell you the truth. I don't see him as a likely opponent as well. I also think they're going to probably pick somebody who's Japanese, not a foreigner. So yeah, I don't think he's a good shot or a good opponent for Mikuru. Okay, this is one that a few people mentioned to me, Kota Miura. He's had a wishy-washy fight career so far. Lost that's on RIZIN Decade. Got knocked out by a kickboxer in an MMA fight. Bad knockout. Lost to Cozy as well. Also lost to Yaman. Yeah, there's the size minus the size difference. It would still be a name opponent. Two name guys going up against each other, Mikuru and Miura. I just likely it's would Miura say yes? Oh, no doubt. But I can definitely see Mikuru besting him in this. I don't think Miura's takedowns are anything to write home about. His striking as well, I think he would just not be strong, have the physicality that overpower Mikuru. I think Mikuru could beat Miura if these two were to fight. And I can even see Mikuru getting the first finish of his career in a long time. So that's also a possibility. One of the big names I was seeing sort of thrown around is Cozy, who's now in MMA. Well, he's also doing kickboxing as well because he did the Buakau kickboxing thing, the boxing thing for the JMM, the Japanese Martial Arts Expo. He has looked good as an MMA fighter. He has fought at 135 and 145. Still got quite a chin on him. And this would have to be MMA, of course. I don't think Cozy has the power to knock out Mikuru, but and I don't think he has enough experience that he could really beat him. I think this would be a fair fight, especially if you want Mikuru to get a win. RIZIN, if you don't remember, I forgot what show it was, but there was a show where Sakaki Bar called Cozy and offered him a fight, the fight Kai, right live at the show, which would be an interesting. That would have been an interesting fight, but maybe Mikuru's the answer. They finally get an Asakura versus Cozy fight. If I also again don't recommend it being kickboxing as well. So this is also a possibility. The other thing is that so this is no longer the main event. I believe they're going to probably put it as co-main. I would guess, at least somewhere in the main card. You're going to get all those Osaka fans, all the Osaka groupies that go to all the Cozy fights come into the show. Plus, also the banter between these two would probably be very fun as well. So, a Cozy Mikuru fight, I think, would be a good one and a reasonable fight. The other one I was seeing was Catfish. So, Catfish is a small guy. He's small for even bantamweight. Mikuru is much bigger than him. He didn't win his last fight against Ryu Fukuda, but he beat Koji in both kickboxing and MMA, and has and also finished Shoji as well. So you kind of got a little JTT kind of story there as well. So this would be fine. These two would also shit talk each other, which would be a lot of fun as well. the name value is not as big as a Cozy or a Miura, but I think it could definitely could pique interest for I guess casual fans over in Japan. Uh, I think this is one I would highly consider if they haven't already got an opponent for Mikuru. It's definitely a winnable fight for Mikuru. I don't think Catfish would have the strength to knock out Mikuru. Certainly does not have any a grappling pedigree as well. So it is a winnable fight for Mikuru, which is again what I think they should be going for. I saw a few people say Dotback, Kashiga Dotback, who's ready to fight Chihiro Suzuki. He and Mikuru have already fought as well, so you kind of had the story there. But Mikuru already beat him, and this was when Mikuru was paying attention and training hard at MMA. Yep, that was his second loss. Excuse me. And then yeah, if you just look at the crazy streak Dotback's been on, yeah, no, you don't want to do this fight. I think Dotback would absolutely maul Mikuru in the rematch. I don't even think it would make it past the first round. And again, he's fighting Chihiro at the end, so even if they went with him, you don't even know if will he be ready, if he'll have if he could even if he'll be ready for a month. That's the thing. The RIZIN 50 is March 30th. This is May 4th. Barely a month to recover, to get ready for a big fight like this. So I would say he's definitely not high on the list. And also he's a foreigner. I don't think they're going to pick a foreigner. So the one that I am kind of angling for myself is Yutaka Saito. We haven't seen Yutaka Saito fight in over I mean, it feels like more than 2 years, but yeah, no, he had just had the loss to Yuta Kubo, lost to Kleber. For that, he right now is making his, I don't want to say maybe his living, but I don't know if he's fighting or training as much as he used to, but he's now a ramen chef. He opened up his own ramen shop in Tokyo, and what I don't know if he still has any interest in fighting, but to me, why I prefer this match. These two have already fought. They're 1-1. Neither have finished each other. You have the nostalgia factor because these two, Mikuru and Yutaka Saito, both were stalwarts of the pandemic era of RIZIN and basically helped keep RIZIN afloat as major stars at that time. And I would see this kind of as a gold watch for both of them for their service, where they both get to have one more fight with each other. I also think based on Saito's, as you can see from his recent fights, he has not looked impressive at all. He's not looked good in his losses, and I don't think he looked good in that Ren Hiramoto win as well. So I don't think you have to worry about these two really doing any permanent or long-term damage in terms of striking and all that. And also, I think it is a winnable fight for Mikuru. I think he can win with where Saito seems to be in his fighting career now. I think there's a high chance that he can beat him. Will he finish him? Would he finish him? I don't know. But the main thing is that he can get a win. And this is something I think you can co-main event at the Otoko Matsuri show. And so this is the one that I'm personally angling for. I saw some people throw around Rukia Ampo. I don't think Ampo has any interest in doing MMA after his loss, as you can see there, to Yuta Kubo. As well, yeah, I don't think you want to do this. There's nothing to gain from it. If Mikuru beats him, he beats a kickboxer in MMA who already lost in MMA. You're not gonna do this in kickboxing because that'd be so stupid. So I don't think he's a realistic option as an opponent. I had some people mention to me why not like a 1-round exhibition thing, kind of what they did. Remember with Tenshin when he was doing those boxing things, he did it with Hiroya. I think it was one of the Osakis, and then Tokoro. I mean, if you want to kind of just get him on the card and just have him do some weird, exhibition thing. No decision, nothing like that. I think that's doable. I think you're kind of cheating the audience a little bit though, because he is saying that he is going to fight, and I think you kind of I know it's still the Tokyo. They're still having the show in the Tokyo Dome, so you should still have him at least in a professional MMA fight. Nothing, no weird exhibition thing. In my personal opinion. Hiramoto Gakuba will put his name out there as he wants to fight him. The thing is that probably won't have to cut any weight. Probably can just focus on training and all that. I know he said he was taking a break after the Shinryu fight, but listen, I don't blame him for wanting to take advantage of a possible opening for a Tokyo Dome show. The size difference would be absolutely hilarious. I don't think. I think he can still get a win by just taking Mikuru down and laying on him, kind of just doing how he fights in all of his fights. Mikuru could probably flash KO him just because of the size difference. I don't think this would be a good fight to really do, because if Mikuru beats him, that's gonna look really bad. And if Mikuru beats him, you beat a guy who fights at flyweight. So I personally don't. I don't like it. I saw, I don't think it was maybe a joke or something, but I saw people throwing around Kazumasa Majima, who just lost to Fugar Karamov. Got a really bad, ground elbow. I don't think they're going to go with somebody like Majima. He's not a name. He's kind of like, I don't know. I just don't see that. I can't picture Mikuru Asakura versus Kazumasa Majima as your semifinal for a Tokyo Dome show. Plus, also, here's the thing. Majima has a great grappling background. He can potentially submit Mikuru. He doesn't have the best chin. He could get knocked out, but at where Mikuru is, you kind of want just a safe opponent that the likelihood that he can likely defeat and not come out with a lot of damage. And then I saw the name Kyoei Hagiwara also thrown around. These two have already fought, and Mikuru, they actually fought on the first Landmark show. And how did Mikuru beat him? Like everybody else seems to beat Hagiwara is by just grappled him for 3 rounds. And if you look at his record, and also he's already fighting at the end of the month, so we don't even know if he would even be ready by May. It would definitely be something you could put on a marquee, and I think Mikuru would be smart enough to know not to stand and bang with Kyoei. He would just basically beat him like he did in the first one. But again, he's fighting at the end of the month. I don't see it likely happening. What would have been, I think, if you to kind of do the whole Black Rose JTT thing, kind of semi-continued on, would have been to have Playboy Koki Akeda fight him. But again, he's also fighting on RIZIN 50. That would have been something I would have been like, I could kind of see them going that route. So yeah, but out of all the picks that people are suggesting, I have to. My belief is that I honestly think Yutaka Saito would be the best opponent, simply based on the fact that I think Mikuru can beat him. I think where Saito is at, I don't know if he's focusing on full-time fighting, so the risk of injury to him is not high. Same thing with Mikuru. And then with Mikuru getting win, it makes the Ren fights, it heats up the Ren fights a lot more. So there's a lot more stakes, I think. So that's all I have. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff on this video. Please follow the Twitter. We are RIZIN Pod. Please join the Discord. I'll get those things right up. Yep, we are RIZIN Pod. and the Discord is RIZIN FF. And let me know what you think. Who do you think should fight Mikuru? Post a comment, all that good stuff, and hopefully we'll get an opponent announced soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye bye.